I'm 60 Second Spidey, and I'm recapping mainline Spider-Man comics in timeline order. Here's part 6. Spider Slayer inventor Spencer Smythe is fighting with his ex-partner Mark Raxton when they knock over liquid metal, which gives Mark powers. Molten Man goes on a crime spree and ends up fighting Spider-Man, who hog-ties him with webs since he can't match his brute strength. Peter goes to his high school graduation, where Liz Allen tells him she's had a crush on him all along. A magician named Xanadu brainwashes two men in a bar fight into helping him steal the Wand of Watum from Doctor Strange. Spider-Man intervenes, but their strength overwhelms him, and he's transported to another dimension by the wand. Xanadu fights with Spidey and Strange, but is eventually defeated, so Doctor Strange wipes Xanadu's memory so he won't be evil anymore. He does that a lot, huh? Mac Gargan steals back his Scorpion suit and escapes prison, but Jonah dismisses police protection so people don't realize he helped create the villain. Jameson prints fake news about Spidey to trick him into protecting him, which he of course does when he fights Scorpion at the Daily Bugle. Betty's new boyfriend Ned Leeds protects her as Peter battles Scorpion, eventually luring him outside and webbing him up for the police to deal with. J. Jonah Jameson has been robbed, so he puts out a $1,000 reward for the thief's capture, which Spidey intends to get over the news that Betty Brant is marrying her new boyfriend Ned Leeds. Spider-Man tracks down the cat burglar and chases him across rooftops, eventually cornering him, but the police take the man into custody so Jonah doesn't have to pay Spidey. Peter never wins. A mysterious gang under orders from the Master Planner are committing crimes, but escape to their underwater hideout. Peter is in good spirits as he gets ready to start college, but Aunt May faints and is hospitalized. Lost in his thoughts, Peter ignores new classmates Gwen and Harry, then fights Master Planner's gang to clear his mind, not knowing doctors think Aunt May won't live much longer. At the hospital, doctors tell Peter Aunt May has radiation in her bloodstream, leading Peter to crash out. He grabs a vial of her blood and brings it to Dr. Kurt Connors, who says a serum called ISO 36 may be able to save her. The Master Planner steals the only shipment of the serum, so Spider-Man tracks down the gang. He fights through their underwater base and is ambushed by Dr. Octopus, who was the Master Planner all along. During their fight, the lab starts falling apart, and Spider-Man is pinned under tons of iron, trapping him while Aunt May slowly runs out of time. Spider-Man is pinned under iron that weighs tons, but thoughts of his dying aunt motivate him to break free. He grabs the ISO 36 serum that can save May's life and fights his way out of Dr. Octopus's underwater lair. Peter delivers the serum to Dr. Kurt Connors, who whips up the cure, which is quickly brought to the hospital. Betty sees Peter's injuries and is scared away for good, but Peter is alright because Aunt May is going to survive after all. Kraven still wants Spider-Man's head on his wall because he's a freak. At school, Gwen and Harry give Peter the cold shoulder as someone commits crimes dressed as Spidey. Peter tracks down the fake and realizes it's Kraven, who is ready to hunt him once more. They fight in an abandoned building where Peter shrugs off Kraven's tricks and clears his name once again. Spider-Man fights off a seemingly normal jewel thief, but is pulverized. It was actually Molten Man in a normal person costume. When Peter realizes this, he places a spider tracer on Molten Man's jacket, then follows him at night, catching him in the act. Realizing he is caught, Molten Man sheds his costume and fights Spidey, once again getting hog-tied like a chump. Spidey shows the photos he took, and Molten Man goes back to jail. Some random guy is hiking and finds a meteor that shoots space smoke into his face, giving him powers for some reason. He dons maybe the worst costume ever and tries to rob a museum as the Looter, where he blinds Spidey with a flash gun, then balloons into the sky. Spidey chases him and gives him a beatdown. I cannot believe this guy appears in 50 comics. Scientist Mendel Strom is released from prison and seeks revenge on the man who put him there. He unleashes a remote-controlled robot that wreaks havoc at Oscorp before Spider-Man destroys it. Strom then sends a second robot after Norman Osborn, who refuses to admit that he framed Strom and stole his work. Spider-Man tracks Strom down, but before the scientist can expose Norman's past, a mysterious gunman kills him, silencing him for good. Generically named boxer Joe Smith is an extra for a movie shoot when a light falls on some chemicals, giving him powers somehow. Meanwhile, a disguised Norman Osborn puts a bounty on Spidey's head, leading him to be attacked by hordes of thugs. Spider-Man stumbles into Boxer Joe, who who joins the fray but loses his powers after Spider-Man punches him. I am not sure what the purpose of this character was. Thanks for watching part 6 of my Spider-Man timeline recap. Like, follow, and subscribe as I post daily shorts and long-form compilations.